Greetings gamers, it's your boy MtG here, back with another Magic video, and today we're going to be taking a look at budget Izzet Aggro using the new Sprite Dragon card and a bunch of other new cards from Ikoria. So I am very excited about this deck, and this is actually going to be my first legit deck tech for Ikoria, so let's jump into it. Yeah, Sprite Dragon is kind of a bonkers card. I don't know, it seems pretty broken to me, but it is a 1/1 with flying and haste for 2 mana. That's a blue and a red, so it's a little bit tough to cast, and it's a little bit vulnerable when it enters the battlefield. However, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on Sprite Dragon. So this is going to scale up and get pretty strong pretty fast. Not only is it going to give us some good pressure in the early game, it's going to be scaling and giving us a lot more pressure in the late game, which is great, and it can function as a good blocker once we get some counters on it. So it's all around a really solid creature for us, and we're also playing Crackling Drakes in this. It just makes sense for a mid game banger, you know, a strong something 8/4, whatever it's going to be when it enters the battlefield, for 4 mana, and it draws us a card, which is really important. Yeah, so this is a really solid choice for us. I haven't had any issues where I don't have cards in my graveyard or exile, because we are using cards like Cathartic Reunion, which is a new card. I'm playing this only over... what is it? Ah, shoot, I can't remember what the spell is called. I'm playing this over the other spell because this is a newer card and I want to play it. But we could also be using Thrill of Possibility. There we go. I'm using Cathartic Reunion over Thrill of Possibility only because this is from Ikoria and this is not. But you definitely, I personally think Thrill of Possibility is just going to be a little bit better because you can cast this at instant speed, so we can hold up negates, we can hold up removal, and then use Thrill of Possibility at the end of our opponent's turn in order to get us some card advantage. However, we are using Cathartic Reunion just because it is new from Ikoria. It does draw us more cards, but we have to discard more cards, which is fine because that puts generally is going to put more power into our Crackling Drake, which is solid. Other stuff we're using, Blitz of the Thunder-Raptor. This is a new card. It deals 1 damage to a target creature or planeswalker equal to the number of instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, which generally is going to be a lot with this deck. And what's really good about this card is that it's instant speed, and that creature or planeswalker will be exiled instead of put in their graveyard. So this card is really good. The only time this is not going to be good is if our opponent wants to exile our graveyard, then we get punished for playing this. But other than that, it's been so good for me. Like generally really high damage removal, and exiling the creature is really important in a lot of decks. We also have Raking Claws. This is a new card I wanted to play, and it's a 2 mana instant that gives a creature double strike, which is very important for closing out the game with Crackling Drake or Sprite Dragon. If you have a 10/4 Crackling Drake, you know, you play it, next turn you give it double strike and you win the game. It's that easy. But it also can cycle, so if we're not able to use this early on and we have a couple of these in our hand, we can cycle it, discard it, draw a card. It works out for us. We're also playing stuff like normal stuff like Opt, Shock, and then we're playing 4 Flame Sweeps, and this has been really solid for me because obviously we're going to struggle against mono red, but this really fixes that for us. Like if we get a Flame Sweep on turn 3 against mono red, we can almost always win because that really hurts them a lot. The only thing we have to watch out for is holding up negates to keep Chandra and Cavalcade of Calamities off the board against mono red, but that's why we play negates. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're running some Winged Words here. I will say this is a completely budget deck aside from the lands. So we're not playing any rare cards in our among our spells, but we are playing rare lands. You can, if you don't have rare lands, that's fine. I don't have the full suite of these, but we're playing a couple of them just to kind of power us up. But I'm not playing Fabled Passage or anything. Generally, I think we're okay with not having like a bunch of dual lands in this. Like, of course, we can struggle to cast Crackling Drake on curve, but we don't always want to play this on turn 4 anyway, so I think we're fine with this. And I should point out we are playing 22 lands instead of the 24, so keep that in mind. Yeah, let's go get some gameplay in. All right, Saishiki. Let's see what we got here. Okay, excellent. We have turn 1 Opt, followed by Sprite Dragon. This is good. This is a very good hand. Yeah, and we go first. I like that. For sure. So I could not cast the Opt on turn 1, but I think in order to just wait and use it for Sprite Dragon to buff it up a little bit, but I think it's better to go ahead and cast it. Okay, Cauldron Familiar. Well, let's go ahead and Opt. So we're going to need Exile removal. I could take a Sprite Dragon here, but I think I actually bottom this because we're going to need the removal that we don't have. Okay, Raking Claws is fine. It's not ideal by any means, but it's fine. So let's go ahead and attack with our Sprite Dragon. Now, we definitely want another blue mana source, which is Oven. Is this going to be mono black? It might be mono black. It's definitely in the realm of possibility. Okay, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to not play Cathartic Reunion like I thought I was going to. I'm just going to go ahead and cast another Sprite Dragon and attack over the head of this homie. So the good thing, the thing that's normally a bummer about playing against Cauldron Familiars is that they can just sit and block you and sacrifice their cat every turn while they block you. But since we attack with flyers in this deck, we don't really have to worry about that. But obviously we get punished a little bit by the Into the Battlefield effect, but it's not bad. Like, I think we're gonna be fine. Ayara, First of Locthwain. There she is. Okay, that's fine. We should be able to kill her pretty easily here. Well, Raking Claws. Let me think about this. I think I'm just going to cast Cathartic Reunion, discard both of these. Well, I could discard one Raking Claws and the Mountain, but if I end up not drawing a land, I'm going to be sad that I did that. So I think I discard both of these. We're digging for removal here. And the reason I didn't cycle those is because cycling does not trigger Sprite Dragon because it's not a spell cast. So keep that in mind. And this is not good because that tapped our blue mana, which is fine. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I should have paid closer attention and tapped double mountains because I knew I had a mountain in my hand. Yeah, I messed up a little bit doing that, but we're just going to keep attacking. I know that we're going to take damage, but I think we've got to keep putting pressure on them. And then we can deal with their creatures when we draw Blitz of the Thunder-Raptor, because we've got enough stuff in our graveyard that we're going to be fine. Okay, Midnight Reaper. And then they bring back their Cauldron Familiar. So now they're going to be drawing a bunch of cards with Midnight Reaper. And so we're actually getting low. That's a problem. Another Cathartic Reunion. Neato. Okay, so let's cast Cathartic Reunion here. I will actually discard the Crackling Drake. Actually, I think I discard Flame Sweep. It doesn't really help us here. Yeah, Flame Sweep doesn't really help us. So I think I'm going to discard that and discard a Negate. Keep Crackling Drake. And then now I've got to hold up a Sprite Dragon as a blocker. At least one as a blocker. So we're just drawing Cathartic Reunions now. Which I think I need to cast and discard both of these mountains. Because they don't help us. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll do both of these. And now we don't have any mana to do anything else with. We did get Temple of Epiphany, and Raking Claws may actually be able to win us the game. Flame Sweep, we need to bottom that. We don't need another Flame Sweep. Okay, so now I attack with one Sprite Dragon, and I hold one as a blocker. We have not drawn a single Blitz of the Thunder-Raptor, and we've been through 21 cards of our deck, which it sucks a lot. Because we needed that to get rid of Ayara, First of Locthwain, like a long time ago. And yeah, we're taking a lot of damage here. Wrinkle, Master of Pranks. Okay, good thing I saved a Sprite Dragon as a blocker. Wait, okay, we're dead. Because we take 6 damage, and then they sack Cauldron Familiar, and then bring it back with... Yeah, we're dead. Shoot. Ah, man. What can I say? They got me. They got me. We were close to being able to get close to lethal. Like, if I'd been able to play Crackling Drake a little earlier, and then we could Raking Claws on it, and then we could have won. But we go to 0. Well, actually -1 because both of these. But yep, that's a bummer. I'm not too sad about that game though. For what seemed like a good start, we ended up actually with horrible cards. Having to play 3 Cathartic Reunions is not what we want to do. Really, we only want to play that when we don't have anything, which we had to do that 3 times, so we're just wasting turns doing that. So it's not good. It's definitely not good. And this is a pretty bad hand. We can't keep this because we need a blue mana source. Okay, here's the deal. I think I do keep this because we can at least opt on our first 2 turns to try to get the red mana source. So I'm going to bottom a Flame Sweep, keep Cathartic Reunion, and we're playing a Lurrus deck. Let's go ahead and opt now. Try to get, we bottom the island because we don't need that, and we draw a Negate. Sick. Okay. So is this gonna be mono black? Ouch. No. Okay. It's at least Orjav. Are you kidding me? Can you not do that? Let's opt first, see if we can. Why is it only islands? There's a mountain, baby. There we go. I think I'm gonna play the island to not show red yet. Okay, the good news is that our Blitz of the Thunder-Raptor is good against this deck because it exiles their stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. We can kill Lurrus. And they're gonna, I think, struggle to come back from that because if they don't have Lurrus's ability... Oh, well, there they go. Just kidding. They had Revival immediately. Huh. I'm going to discard the island. We need a red mana source anyway. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, good. And I'm going to go ahead and shock Lurrus. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to not do that because what we need to do is when I kill Lurrus, I've got to have a Negate ready for if they play Revival again. Or they're playing a lot of recursion spells, I think. So we got to be ready to counter those. So I will pass. I'm actually going to take the damage here this turn. And maybe I just cycle Raking Claws. Okay, they go Serrated Scorpion. It deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. Oh my. Since when is that a thing? That seems good. That seems really good with this. I did not know this card existed. That's cool. Okay. So it looks like they're holding mana for whatchamacallit? I can't remember what the spell is called, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Maybe. Okay, I would love to draw a Flame Sweep. We'll resolve that. Cycle this. We get a mountain. Whew. I think I play Crackling Drake here. And then I pass. Yikes. I'll go ahead and shock Lurrus now. Well, I know they don't have protection. But again, they could have a Revival here. Knight of the Ebon Legion. Okay. So they're playing this super low to the ground, like a bunch of 1/1s, which I expected this deck to be like, you're running Hero of Precinct 1 and a lot of, yeah, and Revival and stuff like that, which makes sense. But this I guess this also works, right? And we're dead. We're done, right? Let's think about this. Can I not die? let's go ahead and play Crackling Drake, see what we draw. Okay, I gotta shock this in to hold up Negate. And I think I'm gonna have to trade with Knight of the Ebon Legion next turn. I'm pretty sure I can't win. So we negate that. I don't see an avenue for us to win. The only way we could do it is if we keep Crackling Drake alive, we don't lose right here, and Crackling Drake is dead. Cool. So I think they must have been playing Hero Precinct 1 if they're playing so many multicolored spells. Sorry, I'm having some allergies this morning. It's off to a rough start with this deck, I'll admit. Nandro K. Alright, Nandro. Show us what you got. Okay, we'll keep. I can Temple of Epiphany turn 1. Sprite Dragon turn 2. Hopefully we get a land out of this. Island. I think I'll keep an island on top. That's fine. Look, we finally drew a Blitz the Thunder-Raptor. Okay, Temple of Abandon. This is probably going to end up being Teamer Ramp, which, we love to play against Teamer Ramp. But at least we get a Sprite Dragon out early. Here we go. Can you work, game? Thank you. Okay. That's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and opt here because it buffs my Sprite Dragon. And we don't want an island, actually. We need a mountain. Thank you. Yeah, and then I just deal the 2 damage with Sprite Dragon and I hold up my other spells until we see what they play. So they've got Cathartic Reunion, Colossification. So it looks like they're doing Gruel, possibly Gruel enchantments, or could they be doing Gruel Phoenix? That doesn't seem right. If they're playing Colossification, but they're playing Cathartic Reunion. Oh, I know what they're doing. Yes, I know exactly what they're doing. They're doing Storm Herald. This is Gruel Storm Herald. So we've got to hold up Thunder-Raptor, or at least a shock, if we want to stop that. So, okay. Yeah. All good. Okay, so this turn they could definitely play Storm Herald and get Setessan Training and Colossification on it and win. Oh wait, but it taps... Oh, it's whenever he attacks, right? It's whenever Storm Herald attacks. So let's go ahead and... I guess I could... No, we'll just go ahead and shock their face because it puts a counter on Sprite Dragon. And we have Blitz the Thunder-Raptor ready to go. So let's go ahead and attack. I will not hold a blocker because I know that I have removal for Storm Herald. Colossification and Storm Herald seems awesome. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool deck. I respect that. But they're taking a bunch of turns to just shove stuff into the graveyard. They must not have their Storm Herald yet. Right? Cathartic Reunion. There they go again. Okay. Fine. Let's think about this. If I do Flame Sweep, I think I'm actually just going to cast Flame Sweep with no targets because we're close to having Raking Claws win the game for us. So I'm going to go Flame Sweep with no targets. I know this is dumb, but I think we got to play aggressive here. Yeah, okay. So if I go do this, we win. Double Raking Claws. That's why we play the card. So we can do that. Get exactly our exact damage. So, I mean, our opponents didn't actually put anything on the board, but I think they were getting close to, like, a pretty strong play. So, weird deck that we were just up against, but I guess it's fine. It works. I'll take a win, you know. I'll take a win if we can get it. Okay, we go first. We have Sprite Dragon turn 2 and Winged Words turn 3. Yep, we keep. So even if we don't draw a land early, we can still at least play Winged Words on turn 3, assuming Sprite Dragon's still alive, which it may not be if we're tapped out, but okay, so yeah, all good. So we can, even if in worst case scenario, we can cycle Raking Claws to try to get our third land. I think Sprite Dragon may be dead. Nope, Thought Erasure, so that probably means bye-bye Negate or bye-bye Winged Words. Bye-bye Negate. Okay, so we need to get damage in now while we can. So let's go Winged Words first. Draw 2 cards. Well, that was bad. Temple of Epiphany. Actually, I think we want the shock on top. And then we just attack. So I was hoping we could play Winged Words, get a land, and then opt, but alas. And they concede. Okay, that wasn't much of a game. I don't know what happened to them. But I actually felt pretty good about that start. I think they just didn't have removal for my Sprite Dragon, and they knew it was going to get out of hand. So I'll take it. I'll catalog that as a win for this deck, not a loss for my opponent. All right, Kin point 1. What are you gonna do, Kin? Okay, sick. Opponent goes first. That's fine. I keep. Okay, this is a Lurrus deck again. So Flame Sweep is going to be very important, I think, in this matchup. I will Steam Vents. Priest of Forgotten Gods. Okay, I'll go ahead and attack with Sprite Dragon here. Get my 1 damage in, because I think they're going to play Lurrus on this turn. That would be a little bit bold to just jam Lurrus on turn 3 with no mana up. Yeah, so they go Orzhov Enforcer instead. We take the 1 damage. And now I can just attack and hold up Flame Sweep. What are they doing? What are they doing? Oh, they may... Yeah. At least I have 2 Flame Sweeps. So now they know I have it. And they're going to be... Oh, yeah, I think they make me sack my Sprite Dragon here. That's fine, I suppose. Yep. And then what do they do? They can't play Lurrus, because they only have 2 mana. Order of Midnight bring... Yeah, okay. Jinkies. Let's pass. I guess I could have gone ahead and Flame Sweeped. Yep, I take the damage. Oh, come on, man. We'll Flame Sweep now, I guess. I mean, it was that or lose it, right? So, now they probably exile either Negate or Cathartic Reunion. I guess I could have just negated that and waited and used Flame Sweep, but it didn't feel like the right play. And there's another priest. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Let's go ahead and opt now. We want to bottom that. So we've got a shock and a Blitz of the Thunder-Raptor, which is good. So I will go ahead and shock priest. Because they don't know I have Blitz. So if they play Lurrus, I can Blitz it. Dang. I think I've got to get rid of this stuff, though. Because that exiles, so they can't play it again with Lurrus. And I essentially just have to kill Lurrus immediately before they get a bunch of value out of it. Okay, so do they play it now? Knowing that I only have a negate and one other spell. We take the 2 damage, though I could prevent it with shock. I think I need the shock for Lurrus. Because if... Yeah, okay, I can do this. I should have held priority right there, but I'm going to shock you. That's not ideal. I'm going to hold the mountain. There's no reason to play it if I can bluff. And okay, so we take 3 damage again. Do they try to play like revival or something here? Drill bit. Yeah, I have to do this. And now I think they have revival or something for Lurrus. No, they don't. Very interesting. We'll go ahead and cycle this. Come on, man. I think we lose. Yeah, I think we lose. We don't have any creatures. Like, we discard an island. As soon as we play a creature, they're gonna make me sacrifice it with Priest. So, I don't know. Yep, we're done. Okay. Ouch. Not bad, though. Not terrible. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. All right, Robolo. Yeah, we keep. Not the perfect starting hand, but it is a good starting hand. So I'm wondering if I should shock in Steam Vents to be able to play shock. I think I don't do that, though. Because I'm going to want shock after we have Sprite Dragon on the field. So I'm going to just play this tapped, see what they do. Island, okay, that's fine. Okay, we have another shock. We get our one damage in. Hopefully they don't... Okay, mono blue, possibly. All right. I'm going to go ahead and Winged Words. This may get countered, but I want to try to bait out a spell of some sort. And I guess this could be Flash. Like, could they be playing mono blue Flash? I don't know. Okay. Before I start shooting shocks into his face, I want to see if he's got something, like what he's actually doing here. Because right now we see 2 islands and nothing. And I don't want to start wasting spells if I'm going to need them for removal. Even though it would be a lot more damage, right? So like every shock I play gives 1 more counter to Sprite Dragon, so it stacks up damage pretty nicely. Come on, Rob. You can do it. You can do this, Rob. I know. I believe in you. There's Brineborn Cutthroat. Yep, we resolve that. Before damage, I will shock you. I thought it might be mono blue Flash. I know your ways, Rob. So one thing we gotta watch out for is them trying to bounce Sprite Dragon using Unsummon or something. But he may just be done, right? Like, if he doesn't have a 3rd land, and if he could be playing Simic and just not have any green mana sources. That's a possibility for sure. Definitely a possibility. Here's an interesting little thing. So, wait, they wouldn't do that, right? What he would do is wait to combat. Surely, yeah. He would wait till combat and then bounce my Sprite Dragon? I'm going to go to combat and attack and see what they do. Because if he has not Brineborn Cutthroat, what's that spell called? The Fairy. So I think I do Raking Claws right here. It gets me, deals 8 damage if this goes through. But if they bounce my Sprite Dragon, I'm going to feel really sad. Okay, Quench. Do I pay the 2 mana? I think I do. I think I pay the mana. Have this go through. I deal 8 damage. Yep. Okay. So they did not have an unsummon. We take them to 8, and they still have nothing on the board. So they could still bounce my Sprite Dragon and keep me from killing them. So ideally we draw a Negate here so I can play Raking Claws and negate any counterspells. I think Rob may just be done. My guy doesn't seem to have much. If he's negating, if he's quenching, and letting me pay the mana. Okay, Fairy Vandal. Fairy Vandal has Flash, Rob. You probably want to wait and play that, huh? But I guess if you want to put a counter on it, so I can't shock this. If I draw a Blitz of the Thunder-Raptor, that would be good. No Blitz of the Thunder-Raptor, but I will Temple of Epiphany and then play Crackling Drake. Because how are they going to deal with that? Nice. Okay, so we attack. I should have not played this before combat. I was thinking it didn't matter, but it did matter because if they decided not to block when I had mana up, I could have actually ended the game right there. But since I did that, technically they could come back. I don't think they have the juice for it. Why are you playing Contentious Plan? I mean, I guess that makes sense because you put a counter on and then you proliferate with Fairy Vandal. Or you proliferate and then you put a counter on. Because technically you proliferate first and then you draw a card. So it's not the ideal card to play alongside Fairy Vandal. If you drew the card first and then proliferated, that would be something. Okay, so we attack here. We go all in because I've got the damage depending on how they block. Okay. We'll go ahead and do this just in case they have a counterspell here. They must have a... Can they bounce Sprite Dragon or something? Because I'm going to pass to damage. Though I could go Raking Claws on Crackling Drake to keep it alive. If they... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to Raking Claws on Crackling Drake before I pass to first strike damage. But they don't have anything, so I just win, right? Okay, I just win. Thanks, Rob. That was a good one. That was a good one to end on. I appreciated that. Just kind of ran over that mono blue flash. Almost feels like taking candy from a baby. And that's the deck, folks. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I am a huge fan of this. I feel like there's definitely ways to upgrade this, and I haven't figured them out yet because I haven't played a ton with this. But I'm going to be looking at upgrading this and making it not a completely budget deck with a bunch of commons and uncommons. So we'll see where we get with this for sure. But yeah, it was a fun deck, and thank you guys for watching. Hope you come back for more Ikoria content in the future. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.